In the quietest of towns, amidst the seemingly mundane lives of ordinary people, there exists a darkness so deep, so profound, that it hides behind the most unsuspecting of faces. Beneath the smiles, the polite greetings, and the normalcy, lies a terrifying secret, a secret so horrifying that it could destroy everything if exposed. This is the story of a man who would go to unspeakable lengths to keep a secret buried, a secret so monstrous that he believed no one could ever learn the truth. And when the people closest to him got too close, when they began to piece together what he'd been hiding for years, he knew there was only one way to protect himself: he had to silence them. Her name was Lily. 17 years old, with a future as bright as anyone could hope for. She was a dreamer, an artist, someone who believed in the goodness of the world. But that world, the one she thought she understood, would soon unravel, when she met him. Darren Hall, a man in his 20s, quiet, reserved, and yet capable of an intensity that no one could see coming. He appeared normal enough, just another face in the crowd. He charmed people, made them believe in his kindness, his decency. But beneath that facade, something twisted lurked, something dark, something ancient. Darren and Lily's relationship seemed innocent at first. A young girl falling for the boy next door, someone who understood her in ways no one else did. But Lily, with her heart full of love, couldn't see the danger lurking in the depths of his soul. And Darren had never intended for things to go this far. He never wanted her to get this close. Lily had unknowingly dug herself into a grave, one that Darren had long since begun to prepare. She had started to ask questions, questions that he could no longer ignore, questions that threatened to unravel the life he had so carefully built, a life built on lies, manipulation, and a secret so horrifying that it would ruin everything if it ever came to light. Lily had discovered the truth. She had found the ancient book in Darren's possession, an old relic, filled with cryptic symbols and chilling diagrams. As she dove deeper into the contents, her mind began to unravel. It became clear, Darren was hiding something far worse than she could have ever imagined. He wasn't just a man, he was part of something far darker, a legacy of evil, a connection to powers that no one should ever tamper with. Lily had no idea what she was dealing with. But Darren did. And he knew that the moment she uncovered the truth, everything would change. She couldn't be allowed to live, because she was the only one who knew what he had done, what he had become. It was over dinner that everything changed. Lily had confronted him, her voice trembling but filled with determination. She asked him about the symbols, the strange rituals, and the mysterious disappearances she had found in his past. Darren remained eerily calm, but his eyes betrayed him. There was something in them, a cold, calculating gleam that told Lily she was in danger. She knew then, without a shadow of a doubt, that Darren was no ordinary man. And that was the moment he made his decision. Darren had to make her disappear. To protect himself, to keep the secret buried. There was no other way. She had to be silenced. And so, Lily was gone. Disappeared without a trace. Her body, her life, erased from the world as if she had never existed. The town was in shock, of course. A missing teen, the quiet boy from next door, the mystery. But Darren knew that time was running out. The investigation was already beginning to close in on him, but he had covered his tracks too well. No one would suspect him. No one would ever know the truth of what he had done. But Detective Laura Jennings was different. She had an instinct, a feeling that something wasn't right. And as she began to dig deeper into Darren's past, she started to uncover the traces of something far more sinister. The story was not just about a missing girl, it was about a man who had buried his soul in darkness, a man who would stop at nothing to protect the secret that had festered within him for years. But Darren wasn't about to let anyone ruin his life. Not now, not ever. The truth had to stay buried. If it didn't, everything would fall apart. And so, he prepared for the inevitable. He had already covered his tracks once, and he would do it again. And as Detective Jennings closed in on him, as the noose began to tighten, Darren was ready to do whatever it took to keep his horrifying secret from ever seeing the light of day. Sometimes, the most horrifying monsters don't come from the shadows. They walk among us, hiding in plain sight, waiting for the moment they can strike. Darren Hall had murdered his teen girlfriend to keep a secret. But no matter how deeply he buried it, no matter how far he went to erase the past, some secrets always find a way to surface. This is the chilling tale of Darren Hall, but there are more secrets waiting to be uncovered.